This is a HeadGum podcast.
Well, around here.
Oh, we still do this.
Yeah. We're ready.
Django!
Yeah. Well. All right. Okay. This is the Sheet and Text Back podcast. If you want to have a good time, then shake your ass to this shit, girl. The podcast starring Darren and Will and anybody else who can compare to that chill. I got a friend who listens to this shit. His name is...
Oh, no. Do you ever see a train wreck happening?
Yeah.
I had to stop that.
I had to I wanted to see what it was like if I really just felt that shit.
You really just went for it, which I'm proud of. That takes a lot of people can't do that.
A lot of people can't embarrass themselves intentionally.
Especially when not only can you hear it because you're wearing headphones and it's crystal clear, but also a lot of people will listen to it.
Yeah.
And you just went for it.
I was thinking about what happens in movies is the kid, there's some kid who wants to be a singer and then he goes and really embarrasses himself. Mm-hmm. I was like, how?
At a talent show? Or
yeah,
what?
at a talent show.
Yeah.
And there's always one terrible person. Mm-hmm. I was like, how can I sound as like that?
I saw a Vine today of a girl singing the national anthem for her class. It looked like.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Oh no, singing is hard as fuck.
So hard.
Anybody who gets up there and does anything like that, no.
But it was straight up oh, and
if she went through with it,
I think. I hope she was trolling. It felt like she was trolling.
Can you imagine the balls?
But yeah, I know, right? To purposely go up there?
The balls to say, you know what? I'm gonna ruin it.
That's hard to do.
I love that
but
so much.
But she went up there and did her thing, kind of like you did. Do you recognize that little tune on the guitar?
No, not at all.
You don't recognize Digadin, Digadin, Digadin.
I guess that is familiar.
Digadin, Digadin, Digadin.
That's like Stephen Owen and you.
Digadin, Digadin, Digadin,
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
that song give you nightmares?
Oh yeah. Are you, why would you guys? That feels like so long ago.
That is a long time ago.
What Darren is referencing is the time that I was losing my virginity. So Steve and Darren and Owen were like, let's play our instruments as loud as possible.
The one day.
One day!
And we never did this.
Never.
We maybe one time prior, but it was very rare that we ever do this.
Yeah.
And Will decided to have a time, and we were like, you know what?
For my very first time.
Yeah.
As a grown man.
Right. And you're like, I'm going to try to do some new stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like, you know what? We're going to do some new stuff too.
Yeah.
Not only did we play acoustic guitars, but we plugged those acoustic guitars into amps.
And Steve got on the mic and just ruined it.
The walls were shaking.
The walls were shaking. It was legitimately terrible.
This is when we all lived together.
Yeah. And that was, and at the time, I was a little upset about it. I should have been really mad, but I didn't really care. And now I just think it's funny.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's a funny memory to look back.
Yeah, to look back on, it's like look how terrible your friends are.
I remember when we did that, Steve and Owen started, and I was like, "Hey, Steve, Will's got a situation going on upstairs. Maybe we shouldn't make too much noise." And he went, "Really?
Yeah.
Nah. He'll be fine." And I was like, all right. So then I got my guitar because, Steve's good at convincing
he
shit.
Is so good at convincing.
So good.
Yeah.
And then we played, but they continued to play. Remember they did so many Snapchats and Vines.
Yep, and everything.
When they do Snapchats and Vines, they do the worst sounding music.
Yeah.
They hit all the bad notes because that makes the Snapchat funnier.
They're doing they are doing the ultimate bit of ruining things.
Yeah.
I see. There are so many different subgenres of comedy, and one of them, the Steve Brule, the Tim and Eric's, the let's just Eric Andre. Let's ruin shit.
Right.
And it's so funny.
Steve does that too. He's
Steve,
real good.
Yeah, Steve is the king of ruining shit. But what's funny is that he and Owen have been doing that shit since they were kids.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to change the subject really quick, but this feels different. I can see you. The sun's out. It's a summer. It's the first day of summer.
It's true. Oh God.
All right.
It's
I'm
never
gonna go
hit.
ahead and say doesn't ever have to be 114 degrees.
It doesn't.
Like, sun, go ahead and go chill out.
And you know how over by the office it's hotter than it is anywhere else on Earth? It was like, in my car, it was like 114.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I had never been, who the fuck?
I'm getting Thai food.
No, you're fucking
No.
not. I swear, I was about to say.
I just buzzing someone in. Yeah, I don't need
forgot
this
I'm
whole
hungry, too.
summer bullshit. You know what I mean? Because like I'm
absolutely
not. I like going swimming, but I'm not trying to cool down in a pool.
Yeah.
Alright? I'm trying to stay in my room if it's gonna be that hot.
Today was the hottest day of my life.
I think it was I saw that it was like world breaking records and some shit like that. Just
Really?
how hot it was. Yeah.
Cool. Not really, but yeah.
We're living in the moment.
Dude, we're in that
We
like,
just were
climate
in the
change.
history shit.
Oh, hell yeah. We're in history. We have the first black president and the first day people died outside.
We went to Vegas.
Oh, we did.
Again, we did. We had a great time. It was very chill.
This was a very chill. So this is my second time going to Las Vegas. Very different than the first time.
Oh yeah. Why
yeah.
so?
I think it
Drake
was.
wasn't involved.
I mean that too, but like for the first time, I didn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that like. I'd say in Las Vegas, 1 in every 10 people is a huge tittied person, and a huge ass person, and it's out there, and that's just something that everybody there is just like.
That's the norm.
That's the norm,
Like
which is fine.
Right.
And it's just like, it's crazy that everybody is just like, all right, people are naked over here.
Well, like Vegas outfits are different.
Yeah, Vegas
Like,
outfits are
they're-
different.
I think the air just went off and I'm
Yeah.
starting to sweat. Don't mind.
really?
Don't feel comfortable. Damn, that's such a privileged thing to like fucking complain about. I think that there's a store that sells Vegas outfits.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
they
Fashion Nova.
Vegas outfits are different. Unless like these girls and guys are cutting their clothes because
Everybody is like,
everything's showing and it's a good time.
you know, but you know what I just noticed is that like not a lot of men were showing their bodies. Why don't dudes do that?
Well, the dudes
We got
do
shit, too.
They do the t-shirt off, which
I didn't see it. That's more of a California thing, to be honest. Like here, you'll see that. In Vegas, I didn't.
You attempted the t-shirt off.
Yeah. Okay. So I was. We were going through the first night we got there. We were like,
Which this is like 3:30 in the morning.
yeah. So like, we saw like a lot of people were naked and just doing that kind of shit,
Right.
Or just whatever it was at the time. And so I was like, okay. Can I do that? I was like, so no, what happened was I was coming out the hotel room still getting dressed, and I didn't have my shirt on all the way. And then I was like, hey, this is a Vegas outfit, right?
Right.
Totally.
Which was a shirt off and then a long sleeve shirt tied around your waist backwards.
Yeah, backwards.
So not the way that people normally do, or it covers their ass. It was covering the front.
It was covering the front instead. And usually, and you guys were like, ha ha ha, laughed real hard.
Yeah.
And said, you should do that.
Right.
And usually I would be like, no thanks.
Right.
But I was like, this one time, since I'm in Vegas and everybody else is just doing whatever the fuck they want, I'm going to walk down the street with my shirt off.
Well, what happened was you were like, I can't do that because it's too much. So you
Yeah.
put it back on. We got in the elevator, walking through the casino, and I somehow convinced you, or you somehow thought of it in your head. I think you were talking about Mitt Romney. Then you took off your shirt.
Oh, yeah?
In the casino, tied it around your waist, and I would say within 5 seconds, security guard says, "Put a shirt on."
Yep, put a shirt on.
And then we were like, what the fuck? And I was like, that's racist because everybody else around here is naked.
Yeah.
And then my brother-in-law was like, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
And then literally a second
And I
after
was
that,
like, I don't think so.
yeah. And then Ava said something, but literally a second after that, a white guy without a shirt just walking around.
Only dude.
Yeah, just this big white buff dude.
Yeah.
No problems with him.
Like, okay, like, obviously you definitely can't be up in a casino with no shirt on. I was, like, doing this as to see what would happen.
Wiling out.
This is usually something I would never do. I love how most people got to be drunk as fuck to do this shit. And I was just like, all right, I'm going to do this. And what I learned is, no, you can't do that.
Oh, did the shirt thing.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that, and you didn't get in trouble, but you
Yeah.
got a talking to. And in Vegas, I feel like the Vegas and the airport are places you don't want to get a talking to.
I was wrong. There were dudes that were naked. a
yeah,
lot.
there was hella dudes.
I just forgot.
we saw like 7.
I forgot.
Remember, we saw like,
Especially the EDM dudes.
yeah. So okay, so the reason that titties were especially out and about and dicks too, it was because
The EDM shit was
the
going on.
EDC, Electro Day Day Carnival.
I bonded with a couple of, so I've been okay, I'm one of those people that likes to go to different groups of people and talk to them. Like, just like, I don't like to stay.
Strangers.
Yeah, strangers or even people I know. I don't like to stay in the same group for too long just because I like to talk to a lot of people. That's perfect in Las Vegas. I did this with a bunch of EDM people, EDC people. Very interesting.
Tell me about it.
I think I connected with those people.
Really?
Yeah.
Ravers?
Yeah.
Maybe you should be a raver.
I've never been to a rave, but I feel like I get it now.
There was a big part of my life when I wanted to go to a rave just to experience it. Now I think
I
I'm
just hit that.
See, you're at the age. I
Where-
feel like
yeah.
I've gotten over it. I'm like, okay.
And you did all that kind of shit.
Well, I never did raves, but I did do like big like concerts and festivals and things like that. But now a rave just seems like too loud, too hot, too sweaty, too many people doing drugs. Like I don't know if I want that. Like I feel like at a rave, people are like, and this is just my mind painting a picture, and I bet you the people who are in the rave community who don't do drugs are going to be very upset that I say this, but I feel like everybody's walking around just like fucked up, rolling, and their like eyes are rolling behind their head, like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Skrillex! You see Skrillex? So I'm just like, you know what? Too loud. I don't think I
Yeah.
want that. I used to go to,
I don't like loud. I forgot about that.
yeah, I like loud sometimes. I like Drake loud. I like, other stuff
I
like
like
that
controlled
but,
loud
like,
when I can make it not loud at a
Yeah.
moment's notice.
I've heard EDM shows too loud.
I bet it's loud. I got to do that at least once, blow my eardrums out.
I think it's such a weird thing. I don't know if you might have been sleeping in the car, but did you hear the story that we drove to Vegas? So there was, we were in that car forever, it felt like, especially going home. But my brother-in-law and my sister were talking about when we used to throw these electro shows, and I used to sell T-shirts at these events. Did you catch that? Were you
Yeah,
sleeping?
yeah.
And they were talking about.
Well, no, I didn't hear you talk about that, but I knew that.
So yeah, his is it his cousin? His cousin is a DJ, musician.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, I coughed.
And we used to put on these shows, and this is like fucking, I don't even know what year this is. I was really young, still in high school. And Sonny Moore, who is now Skrillex,
Yeah.
was there. We got to meet him. He was very nice. But this is like before he was even Skrillex. And he was just like a guy that was going to like these small DJ events to like meet people.
Somebody
and,
like you knew people like that.
yeah, so he was one of them, and he was friends with my brother-in-law's cousin and his friends, and he was just a regular guy. He had a flip cell phone. Just he was with two other guys.
Everybody did.
Wasn't a superstar. Wasn't anything like that. And then what? Fucking how many years later? 10 years later, he's like the biggest shit of all time. Have you seen the shows that Skrillex does?
I've only seen, like, they're huge, a lot of
They're
people.
always
yeah.
in front of like 100,000 people.
Which is crazy.
What is his ego like?
To literally look down on that many people often.
Right, and he's like, the crazy thing about a DJ is I don't know how much he does live.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a big majority of it, and I don't know, I could be wrong, is he presses play and he just fucking
Could fake the
vibes
whole
out.
thing.
Yeah.
That's also
I think-
balls right there.
I think that's a known thing that like a lot of
Yeah.
some of these bigger DJs literally just hit play and fucking are just like, maybe they'll like change EQs and shit like that and
Yeah.
change filters, but like that is amazing. They're getting paid millions to go dance
Millions
on
of
a stage.
dollars.
I don't know if I feel like I don't think I could do that.
Why not?
I would have an anxiety attack that I'm going to trip over the fucking surge protector and unplug the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine how embarrassing that shit would be.
I've been trying to practice how to not be nervous about shit.
Mm-hmm.
And what I really learned is it's all about breathing.
Yeah.
It's all about breathing and like acting how you always would.
Do you
no
breathe
matter.
in through your nose and out through your mouth?
That's what I learned how to do recently. I know that another one of those William Haynes learned some shit like, way too late in life.
You know what I just realized?
You could breathe through your nose is really resourceful.
You're supposed to also do that when you work out.
Yeah, I do. But it's like I was doing it like and that's not how you do it.
Oh, yeah, that's not.
Yeah.
That looks like you're like smelling something bad.
Yeah, like that's through your nostrils.
Yeah.
You gotta really breathe something in. And I think I'm trying to learn about meditation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you exploring that?
Googling it.
Did you download an app?
No, if there's gotta be.
Oh, 100%. There's the one that I did with Lieberman is an app, and it's like this nice lady talking with like atmospheric kind of music, cloudy type harp music, and she's like, "Okay, so now for the next portion, for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna breathe in through our nose like this, and out through our mouth, but hold it for just a second, and then out. Okay, and then look at your partner to the left of you." And tell them something you like about them, but make sure you whisper it.
I really think that you've always had my back, even in the beginning.
Now breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now slap the shit out of the person to your right.
I'm sorry.
And it's that for 10 minutes.
That's actually not that bad.
It was actually very relaxing.
I hope everybody else who did this did that too. Let's start making those kind of the podcasts.
All right, guys, here's the next part. Is that also like ASMR?
It is. It totally is, but it's fine.
All right, so here, how about you lead it this time?
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and meditate.
Hi, class. What I want you to do is to take a second and put out your right hand. With it, you are connected to the universe. Okay. I want you to visualize your right hand. I want you to memorize every single detail of it.
Wait, sir, you actually, you forgot to play the music. Can we start over? Because I can't really get into it.
Okay. Hey, what I want you to do is take out your right hand. And I want you to look at it. Visualize everything about it. Memorize every detail. Now take out your left hand and do the same. With these two things together, you have the power to change the universe. It's within you to use these things and everything you can attach to them to make the things that are in your brain come true. When you run, be present of yourself. Know that this is the only body you have, and everything you do with it matters.
Damn, even with the fade out.
That was a good fade.
That was a good fade. I feel like you're about 2 days out from believing in reincarnation.
I'm getting back into my Buddhist shit, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll come back as a tree or like a palm tree. I wouldn't be mad. Like if I was in like imagine
palm
you were
tree.
like in like Hawaii,
Yeah.
or Fiji, somewhere beautiful, tropical,
Yeah.
and you're just like a coconut fucking tree, or like
And you were always there.
Yeah.
And you got to see every sunset.
right Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
Wow.
And you can see all the people on the beach just
And it-
relaxing.
It'd be so similar to our lives because you'd think it would always be the same as a tree, but it wouldn't always be the same.
Yeah, sometimes it'll be windy.
Yeah, and
it'll
it would
be like,
suck.
Yeah, it'll be like a storm.
And you'd be like, fuck, I'm about to fall out my damn roots.
And you're like, God damn, the only solution is to end it all. But like, if I keep fighting through it, life's gonna get better.
and the next day could just be breezy.
Yeah, it'll just be a nice summer day.
It would suck if it was a nice summer day and you were bored and it was hot. Dude, my goal right now in life is I'm working to summer vacation.
Oh yeah, you're taking 3 months off,
Yeah, I'm not yet. I haven't earned that yet.
right? But that's the goal.
The goal is, for me to
That's such
say,
a long time.
yeah, my goal is for me to say, hey, I've worked enough that if I didn't work for the next 3 months, I would be fine.
Right.
And I haven't gotten there yet.
Fuck it, even a year. The idea is that you can take a vacation whenever you want.
Yeah.
Because like we've said in the past, right now you got to buy plane tickets or book
Yeah.
Airbnbs or
Airbnbs.
Airbnb. Damn, that word just like was gone in my brain, and I was like, that sounds right, I think. But you have to book everything in advance. Takes away all the fun.
If you had a lot of money, you could go whenever you wanted.
You can go to China right now.
But then your new problem is, man, my super fancy shit that I wanted isn't available for the next 2 weeks because Michael Jordan booked it.
There's a group of people, and I
Native Americans.
yeah, and I have a problem. You know what I mean? Like they're saying it's their land. I'm saying it's
Oh,
our
what the
land.
heck?
No, what I was
is
really
our
going to say is and I'm referring to people in my life that they think making a lot of money is a bad thing. And that's fine if they think that, but I don't understand that because I don't think that money is going to make you happy, but I do think money can help your family, and I think that could make you happy. Wouldn't that make you happy if you can just like
Yeah.
help your family?
Yeah.
Because like,
Do you plan on helping your family?
hell yeah.
Okay.
Only some of them though. The other ones need to fucking buck off. But some of my family, I can't wait to help them. Like Dana and Jake, I can't wait to go. Here you go, ching. Here, like you're good for however long. Make that last. Like wouldn't that be incredible?
Yeah.
To just
absolutely.
like buy your sister a studio or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And that's like not even, I can't wait. That's going to be incredible. I think that's for me, whether I get, whatever my life wherever it goes and whatever I end up doing making money, let's be real, we know I'm going to make a lot of money because I got that gene in me. Like
I mean, yeah,
my
for
mom
sure.
has taught me, if she's taught me anything, she's taught me how to make money. So
I was not taught that.
Really?
Oh God, no! You know my parents. My
Yeah.
parents have none, and I realize that often when I'm doing broke people shit. I'm like, why? I'm like, I'm not broke. I have a job. I'm
Right.
living like I'm poor.
Right.
And it's because that's just what I've been accustomed to. And I honestly don't believe I could not see myself like
living lavish.
living lavishly. Yeah. Even if I had a mansion, I feel like if it doesn't do anything, why do I own it? Yeah.
Well, what if you like make it a place where you can be very productive?
That's what I'm trying to figure out how to do.
Yeah, like it's like
And it's important to relax too.
it's essentially the office in your house.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Each room has like a ability to do some
Actually
shit.
interesting. What were you just saying before that though?
I want a room with a bunch of pillows in it, and I could just jump in there.
Fuck, I was about to say something. Oh, what I've learned about that is like you're saying, like, how can I help my family? It's like, I want to be like that, or with things like that, I have to ask myself, like, what can I do now? It's like, because, like, I want to get my sister's studio, but I can't because I don't have that kind of money. What can I do now? And that's oftentimes the kind of questions we don't ask ourselves.
You buy like a bag of hot Cheetos or something.
Yeah, it's like that's all you got to do.
Like she should be cool with that.
But we can't keep procrastinating helping other people.
Did anything stick out to you in the Vegas trip? Like, what was your favorite part?
What was my favorite part? Okay, can I be honest?
Yeah.
My favorite part was I feel like I never laugh anymore. Like I feel like I do laugh, but like I never get like those deep laughs. And my favorite part was when Jake was trying to sleep and we were in the hotel room because they graciously gave us half.
Oh, right.
And you, me, and Ava were on my iPad drawing shit.
Right.
And like I was just dying laughing
Well,
about
you were
shit.
also like doing rap lyrics, and
Oh, yeah.
you were passing the iPad, and we were all whispering.
Yeah.
So you know when you're whispering and you're trying not to laugh, things are automatically 200% funnier.
Yeah, 200% funnier.
And you were just writing dumb lyrics.
I was writing dumb lyrics. Oh my God, I gotta find it.
Wasn't one of them like whale penis
Yeah.
or some shit like that? And this is after a day of my sister and my brother-in-law, having a good time all day and trying to experience Vegas like you should, and they were dead beat tired. And we took a nap in the midday because we don't really know how to do Vegas. You know what I mean? We get tired after about 30 minutes. So we got to go up and take a nap every now and then. So we were just refreshed and had so much energy at this point, and they were not. Are you trying to find your lyrics?
Oh yeah. Okay, so what I did was I handed both of you an iPad. Wait.
Weren't some of them like half my lyrics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent you a page that says newest lyrics, June 2016. It's a mad ass world. Got feelings for this girl. One more vodka might hurl. Got these feelings, I'm hooked. Got these feelings, I'm hooked, babe. Thundering and shouting.
That's more like a poetry slam.
Poetry slam. Straight up your lyrics.
No, don't say that.
I mean,
you used a phrase.
I stole some of it. Yeah, I stole some of it. I mean, definitely it's a mad ass world. Got feelings for this girl. It's not you. One more vodka might hurl.
What's the whale penis one?
Whale penis dropped me off at the airport.
And I think that stems from you really just wanting to go home. Like, I think you're tired, so you're just like, let me get to the airport. Is that where that came from?
Oh,
or were you
no,
just saying random shit?
It was just random shit. It was like
wow.
literally anything that was in my head.
Has your life changed now that you have an iPad?
Hell yeah.
Really?
I fucking look, shit. I don't need friends anymore. I got Apple products. When I look down and I see my iPhone, my iPad, and my Mac laptop, and I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, and you use all of them at the same time.
Yes, I do, because they all have different purposes.
How can you use all of them? They all do the same thing, besides the laptop.
I can't stand looking at my phone.
Really?
Looking at my phone hurts my brain.
Too small?
Too small. So my iPad, and it makes me feel unproductive. It makes me feel like I'm a part of the Borg. Mm-hmm. When I have my iPad, I feel productive because I can see everything bigger and I can do more than just like, what's going on social media? And my laptop does a whole bunch of shit. So like that's
your
too much
laptop.
productivity.
Your laptop's been looking at me weird, and I'm done with it. Look at me one more time, see what happens, bitch.
Isn't it like they have eyes though? Those
Yeah,
black
look,
screens.
like the camera. I always cover that. I'm like, someone's peeping in. I've seen too many scary movies and read too many articles online about people hacking this
You're
shit.
not a hot girl.
It doesn't matter. I do some shit that would be embarrassing. Let me tell you. All right.
Yeah.
I dance around in this room. Sometimes I'm naked. Sometimes I do weird shit, and I don't want that online.
I remember there's a clip of me on my dad's computer, and I was like, if I post this clip, I will be so embarrassed.
Is it an old clip or a new clip?
It's
like, are we talking you in high school?
No, it's me in like high school.
Okay.
It's me in the like in the bathroom with my shirt off, dancing to Michael Jackson.
Oh my god, that popped a memory in my head.
Yeah.
Do you remember when you found? Was it you or Bowman? I think it was you. When you found that clip of somebody dancing to, I think, Britney Spears and lip syncing it. Was that you?
Oh, this sounds so familiar. And I remember thinking
it was back in 2012, and you found a USB drive with a clip on it of someone lip syncing Britney Spears. And, and this isn't just like sitting in front of the computer, one take.
Yeah.
This was straight up music video. They shot at like 12 locations, and the bitch had 3 different outfits.
Yeah.
And they were doing Britney. Was it Britney Spears?
I think it was Britney Spears or something like really like not.
This dude went in.
He went in, and it was so funny.
It was so funny. And
He nailed it.
He doesn't know to this day that we watched it, right?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple things from that man on accident. He also had a camera one day.
Wait, did I imprint this wrong and put the wrong person?
Look at me and tell me who you think it is.
I hate it how we have to do this all the time.
What letter is that? That's the first letter of their name?
Yeah.
No, who the fuck is...
Fuck. Shit.
No, this is the first letter.
I hate this that I have.
Nah. That's one.
Okay, now give me another one.
All right, and then this is the next letter.
I'm so sorry, listeners.
The letter that you thought, the A.
Oh.
But they don't know the first letter, so it doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
And then that's a letter.
I don't know what the fuck that is, man. You gotta type it out.
I hate you so
I'm
much.
so sorry.
Watch, I'm gonna type it on my
This
phone.
used to be
and
so
Siri's-
much easier.
Siri's gonna read it out loud. And
We
I'm
used
gonna
to be more connected.
fuck.
You can't How I Met Your Mother talk me anymore.
Here we go. Fucking shit. I'm sorry.
I think I replaced it with the wrong person.
Who are you talking
Oh, I put 2 memories together. That's true. We've walked in on that a couple times.
about? Yeah.
Yeah. That was fucking hilarious.
I mean, it makes sense
I
that
put
this
a different
person would
person,
make
yeah.
this, but I've also seen other stuff that I shouldn't say.
What? Like what?
Like they might have made like a. I didn't say the letter, right?
You did say a letter.
I just said A though.
Yeah.
That a lot of people have the letter A in their names. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. They might have been making like a
No way! And
type of tape, and I might have seen it, on accident because they left their card in somebody's camera.
that's fucking. I'm really surprised you never told me about that. That's fucking hilarious.
Sometimes memories, I forget them, and then they just pop in your head because somebody says something like, "What did
Yeah.
you say at Denny's?" And I was like, "Oh, it was a joke that you said that I thought of." And it just hits me.
redundant.
It's like sometimes a word or a facial expression
Yeah.
or something will trigger my brain to a different memory that just
Yeah.
links it. So that's a memory that I have, and this one wasn't as shot as well. It was just one camera angle,
Yeah.
and it was like
From like a 5D.
it was a profile. Yeah, it was a 5. It was a DSLR.
Oh, if I was gonna do it, I would do a profile too.
But wouldn't you do extra angles? Be like, hold on, baby, let me get the camera.
Nah, like I don't need that much production.
Let me sync it up with my iPhone, and then
Honestly,
I got a GoPro over here.
I'm gonna do audio on my iPad. Let me just put this up here.
Audio would be nice.
Yeah.
Isn't there a subreddit where it's just
Yeah.
the sex noises, but
There's a
just
subreddit
audio?
for everything.
And like the girl does ASMR to her ear or some shit.
I mean, I guess, yeah, that counts as ASMR too. But also just playing like whales is ASMR too.
Oh, really? I thought it's only like whispering shit though.
No, it's just anything that makes you
Makes you feel.
yeah.
So now we're gonna suck your dick, and you're eventually gonna come, but not.
You gotta add some story to it. Like, we used to be friends.
Oh, do they do that?
Yeah.
I see. I've never listened to it. I think you've told me that you've listened to it. and you used to frequent the subreddit quite often, but then you lost the link and your memory didn't, do you any justice. So you've been searching for about 2 years and you were hoping that I could help you out, but I've never been to it, so I couldn't. Does that sound about right?
I was like, how far can he take this?
Is it audio files?
I'm not going to confirm whether or not that's true just for...
I'll go on the record and
purposes.
say it's true. I'll say it's true. I'll be honest. This is all about being real.
I definitely have clicked on it before.
I've definitely been there, Daddy.
I definitely love it.
Should we do some damn things?
I forgot the link.
Do you have anything else you want to say to me? Do you have anything else you want to fucking say
No,
to
but
me?
I'm going to go get that Michael Jackson clip and I am going to post it somewhere.
What Michael Jackson
The
clip?
one I told
Oh,
you of me, like...
with
when
your
I was
dad?
a kid.
Oh, you're not going to tell that part of the Vegas thing? Your daddy? Or nah?
No, none of that was interesting.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to...
I never gave my favorite part of Vegas. Oh, yeah, I did. Did you give your favorite part?
No. We sat in the parking lot for about 2 hours
yeah.
on the rooftop. If you've seen our Instagram or Snapchat, you probably saw it.
So, like, what happened was, like, we go up this elevator to go to the parking lot, to the car, and it was like we were on this roof, and you could see that, like, Ferris wheel they have there, and
Yeah.
this was, like, the most beautiful sunset of all time.
Yeah, it looked like we were walking into heaven.
Yeah. And it was like so surreal. And it was cloudy, so it wasn't too hot. And it was like really kind of like a perfect like hangout situation.
So we sat on the ground on the rooftop of this parking garage for like, what, 2 hours?
Yeah. And I remember I was like, we're like almost too old to be doing this.
Yeah, like a couple more years, and it's like creepy.
Yeah, it's
you
creepy,
can't have some
yeah.
like I'm
Yeah.
near 30, but no, not near, but 5 years out. But you guys aren't. But if we were like 30 years old doing
Yeah.
that, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you all sitting on the ground?"
Yeah,
really?
you're sitting on the ground. Like, I was like, so I really wanted to appreciate the youthfulness that we have right now. So I was like, because I wouldn't let myself do something like that when I was a kid.
Right.
I was never about loitering, but we totally loitered.
Oh, damn! I always loiter.
Yeah, I hate loitering. But now, I mean, just for the sake of it, I did it that time.
Like
why?
That was my favorite part.
Yeah. But we got up there and we kind of just chilled and like,
Yeah.
you did your bit.
It was just very relaxing because like everything in Vegas is so high energy.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like there's just everywhere. So
You're
to go
right.
up there, it's just chill.
That was the only quiet spot.
Yeah, that's a rare gem in Vegas.
Yeah, because remember you were saying about noise pollution? Because we were inside of a Denny's and we could hear noise. And we were like, that's usually not a thing in like anywhere. Like you usually...
My second favorite time in Vegas was the fucking Denny's. We were
yeah.
laughing so hard.
So hard.
I haven't laughed that hard in a long time. And the food was good. I will give it up to
was
Denny's.
Hella good.
Denny's, y'all in Vegas know what you're doing.
Oh my God. I remember I looked down and I was like, this is incredible.
We should go to Denny's after this. I'm hungry as fuck.
Even though the waitress made me sad.
She had dead eyes.
She like...
Or you thought she was dead inside. I and
Look.
Ava thought she was just fine and just perky.
No. See, I was really looking at her. I was like, okay, you can look at people and you can really look at them. That's something I learned from someone close to me recently. When you really look at someone, you could tell how they feel. And the way she was looking at us is no one else like looked at us like that.
Do you think that any way that it was because it was 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. And she was like, but no, she wasn't tired. This is her job. I think it's because like,
She just hates doing it?
Yeah. She probably really hated doing it.
Well, it also proved your point further when she said the exact same joke to the table right next to us.
What?
Like it seemed when she came up to us, she did her bit. She was
Yeah.
a very good waitress, very
Yeah.
very perky. Perky, is that the
Yeah.
right word? Peppy, very
Yeah.
peppy, and did a couple jokes, and then a table next to us got filled up with a group of people, and she said the exact same thing. It was like if it was a routine, it was weird.
I think that's the reason why it hit me is because that's my worst fear.
Becoming dead inside.
Like that, yeah.
Oh,
And I've been dead inside before, and I'm not anymore, and I don't want to be like that again.
so don't move to Vegas and get a job there.
Like, yeah, working at the Denny's, the night shift at Denny's in Vegas must be the worst thing in the world.
Do you think Jerry Seinfeld is happy doing his show, or is he doing it for a quick paycheck? I'm sure
I mean, a little bit of both, but like, yeah, he wouldn't do it. When you have that much money already, you wouldn't do something unless you wanted to.
It's so weird. That's a good point. Unless you were, spending more than you're making.
If you've ever gotten a check that said $200 million for something you already did, I don't think you would care.
That's incredible. Guys,
You-
shout out
yeah.
to Jerry Seinfeld
You
one
are-
time making ducats.
That makes me want to cry.
And making ducats.
Syndication money.
He probably doesn't even live in Vegas. He probably has a private jet that just flies him.
And you know what? If you're making that much money, maybe.
Right? Shit.
Like, maybe he goes there for the weekend when his show is or whatever.
I don't think he can make me laugh. All right, I'll be honest.
I bet you if you met him in person,
I want to watch Seinfeld. I've never like watched enough episodes to make a proper opinion on it.
I
and everyone says
agree.
it's really good.
I agree with what people say. If you want to see a sitcom that is just well timed, like everything hits its beat perfectly.
Really?
It really and like
Is that a lot of that? Is that Jerry Seinfeld?
him and Larry David,
Yeah.
they're the creators, and I don't know who's like the most directed person on the series, but yeah, they really have it together.
Wow.
And
he like really had like a mullet, huh?
Yeah,
Like he really did that hairstyle.
They all encapsulated the time. They were so 1990s.
Yeah, they really were.
Like if you want to say like what was it like to live in the 90s, you go and watch that. And I think that's what they did right. I hope that I can do that with the things I create.
It was like Friends, but with dry humor, right? Same type of like dynamic as far as
yeah.
like there's a friend group.
To me, I like Friends too, but this is the more realistic version.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Friends, they like set each other up and shit, but
Right.
like in Seinfeld, it's like this is how you really talk to your friends.
I'll have to check it out. So that was our Vegas trip.
Yeah.
And it was a good time, and I can't wait to go back in like a year because I don't need to do Vegas more than once a year.
Oh yeah, I feel like I might end up going back again because I did enjoy it.
I did enjoy it too. It's always a lot of fun. What I did realize though is hotel rooms are very important. I used to always think that you're not going to spend a lot of time in the hotel.
Yeah.
Get a shitty one, get a motel, get a
Yeah.
cheap 2-star hotel, whatever. It's very important.
We are introverts.
Yeah.
I can have a great time in a hotel room.
Yeah, I need it. Yeah, so I can have so much fun in a hotel room.
Yeah.
You got a balcony too?
Yeah.
And a couch? Oh, I'll be in there for at least 7 hours.
Me too. I could like honestly like the first hotel that Dick and Jama had, like it was fucking like I mean this one was cool
That
as
one
fuck
was
too.
shing,
Yeah.
shing. That had a kitchen and
If
shit.
if I lived there, I would never leave home.
Yeah, that shit was amazing. So one thing I want to do is I want to check out the night, even if it's looking at photos or like a virtual reality tour. I want to see what the nicest hotel looks like in Vegas because I bet it's incredible.
I couldn't imagine it more than that because of poor people's mentality.
Oh, there's
I
more
couldn't-
than that. Some of them have like fucking pool tables in it.
Oh yeah, I saw on Snapchat. I think Lil Dicky went somewhere. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
There's some that are really big.
Yeah, like Vegas is where humans go to say, "I want it.
Give me it now.
Give me it now." Yeah.
So before we move on to the next part, we want to thank our sponsors.
Our sponsors.
So we'd like to thank our first sponsor, which is Harry's. Shout out to Harry's one time. I wasn't a shaven boy before, but I realized I can look cute like that. Why not shave? Do I not look kind of cute
I mean,
sometimes?
Darren, you've never not been cute in my experience.
I was afraid that if I shaved, I would look like a little boy, but then I shaved and I realized, I just look like me.
That's good too.
Yeah, that's also good. It's fine to look like a little boy sometimes, as long as you don't dress like one.
And even still.
So I started shaving with the Harrys. And you know what? I like it. I'm going to keep doing it. So, Will, why don't you tell me about Harry's?
I mean, the Harry starter is just $15. As an added bonus, you can get $5 off your first purchase with our code TEXTBACK.
That's all one word.
I mean, yeah. And after using our code, you can get an entire month's worth of shaving for just $10. That's...
Do you remember that time in your life when you thought like you shouldn't shave? And I was like, Will, you need to shave.
Yeah.
And now your life is so much better.
Yeah.
So like, listen to me more often.
You're right.
When I say, hey, Will, it's 8 a.m., go get me a bowl of cereal.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
I agree. I think that's something I should feed you more.
Harrys.com was started by two guys passionate about creating a better shaving experience for all men.
That's really nice of them.
That's the most nice thing I've ever heard.
Not enough people do things for men, usually for good reasons, but this is a good thing to do.
And you want to know what? Say what?
What?
Shipping is always free.
Oh.
Can you beat that? Like,
No.
You don't have to go to the store. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shipping is free. You just press a couple buttons.
That's all you got to do. And go to Harrys.com now, and Harrys will give you $5 off if you type in our code TEXTBACK with your first purchase. All right?
That's HARRYS.com and enter the coupon code TEXTBACK.
At checkout.
And that's one word, TEXTBACK. And you'll get $5 off for the starter kit. Start shaving. All right. Here's the rest of the show. Love you. Okay, cool. Thank you for taking the time to listen to that. We appreciate our sponsors because they help this show move, all right? We can't do it without them, so, it helps us when you support them as well.
I like people who help other people.
We're going to take a couple questions from Snapchat, and then I think we have one email, right, Will?
I want you to prove that to me.
Well, you pulled the emails, so I couldn't. You have it, not me. But let me do a Snapchat, and then I'll let you go. Or do you want to go first?
I just logged into my account as you saw me
Okay.
typing into my
All
iPad.
So here's one. I'm not sure. Again, we haven't heard any of these, so I'm sorry if they're bad.
This iPad, getting an iPad made me realize what it's like when people have cats.
Why?
Because, now that I have 3, of these blank faces staring at me, I feel like I have enough friends.
Oh, no. All right, here's the first question.
Recently, I've been losing touch with a longtime friend of mine, and this has happened many times before, and it's always me who has to try to fix things. I was just wondering how you know it's time to end a friendship.
Ooh, I'm that other friend.
You know what? This is kind of going on a tangent of what he's talking about, so don't forget exactly what he said, Will. But I hate having people depend on me for a friendship.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, and you can back me up, I hate having to be the friend that has to fucking gather everybody to go do the thing.
Yeah, I feel like our friends always choose you because you are the linking friend.
And
everybody
I hate that.
Everybody, like that, Darren, I'm sorry, but everybody goes to you to be the guy.
Like, when everyone's like, oh, what should we eat? I'm the last person to ask.
Yeah.
When everyone's like, oh, what should we do? When are we getting together? Don't ask me.
I'm very glad you said that.
Don't ask me. I'll just show up. Maybe, too. I might not even show up.
Yeah.
But, I honestly, it bothers me. I don't like when people depend on me as a group for an answer. I don't got the answers.
I don't got the answers.
Ask Will. Will will give you an answer.
Yeah, I'm definitely the answers guy.
But what exactly did he say? Because my brain just
how
popped.
do you know when you try to hang out with a friend or be friends, but they
They're awkward or what?
Let's do it later.
Oh, they're flaky.
And I've definitely become a flaky friend as of recent.
Me too. I feel bad. I'm trying to get better at it, actually.
And I just I feel bad because I do love a lot of my friends. I just am like,
but some of them we don't.
the ones that I don't know. If you're like, does Will love me? But no, I've been trying to tell them. I have to explain to my friends. It's like I feel, and even past that, my family. I feel so bad because I feel like it's such selfishness. Is I've removed myself from the world even more, and I keep telling myself to unremove myself, and I keep getting deeper. I have 3 electronics that stare at me all day.
I was telling my uncle that I felt really bad because a lot of the family events I miss, and they do quite a few. Especially
your family's a family.
Yeah, they always are together, and I miss 99% of them. Yeah. And I was telling him, I was like, dude, I feel so guilty, but I don't know how to balance my career and going after that and my friends and my family and all my free time. I don't know how to balance it. And he was like, honestly, we understand. You don't have to feel guilty about it. Do what you're doing because we support that. And then when you can make it to the events, be there.
Yeah.
But when you can't, don't hold it over yourself.
And that's what's so beautiful about family is they do shit like that.
Right.
It's like your people who aren't really there for you are like, oh my God, why didn't you come?
Right.
You don't, because you don't know me, you don't love me.
Yeah. There was a family thing 2 weeks ago, and my brother and sister, we were in a group text, and they're like, are you coming? And I was like, actually, I can't. I have so much shit to do. I'm sorry. And they were like, that's a bummer, but we get it.
Yeah.
So very supportive. They obviously want to hang out and see me and catch up, as I do with them. But when it doesn't work out, they don't fucking guilt trip me. And some friends do that. I don't. Sometimes you just gotta. My initial reaction to that question is to say fuck them, but then also you gotta realize people are going through shit. What's the quote you said? Life changes.
Oh, you said the first half and I did the second half.
Life changes and people are different. People are different and life changes.
People change. People are different and people change. People are different and they change too. Actually, I wrote it down in my iPad.
So the reason I bring that up is because who knows? Maybe that friend needs you at that moment.
I know this is the opposite of what he's saying.
Because he's saying they're flaky, huh?
Yeah, he's saying that this person isn't giving them.
I want to say fuck the friends that are flaky, but we're the friends that are flaky.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's
so
why
now I'm having I'm an internal battle on how to do that. Know that sometimes people are busy and they're not blowing you off, but also know that sometimes people are blowing you off.
Yeah, you got to know the difference. I don't know if it's just if if you think it's willing to let it sit, then just let it be. Like sometimes people need their space.
Hit him with the space.
And I'm not saying that that's what I need in this particular incident, but sometimes they do. And if
Who are you
it's-
talking about, huh? Who
I
are you
mean-
talking to? It sounds like you're talking to somebody directly. You need your space, huh? Who do you need the space from,
I
William?
was talking about his situation.
Oh, you got space, huh? Let's air it out, boy.
Okay, yeah, I need some space from you, fucker.
Damn. I thought we were going to talk shit about your mom, and then I got
Oh.
excited because then I could say some shit about my mom, and then we
Oh,
had
were
a
we
bonding
really? You thought we were
experience.
talking about moms? Mommy? Oh,
mommy!
mommy! I need to go back home, and I am soon.
All right, here's the next
I
one.
want to do a show in the Bay.
We will. All right, here's another one.
Favorite Pokemon?
Ah,
So short, so quick.
oh god, it's
so
definitely
concise.
Charizard.
Is that because he was like I was the one?
I don't know why he was the one, but like, yeah.
I like Blastoise. Is that a motherfucker?
You know what? Charizard, Blastoise is the other one, is the blue one. But Charizard was my one until Mewtwo came out, and he's really a thinker.
But he was the one in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
And I liked his other movies too. Mewtwo was the shit. He really said some shit that got you more than Meowth.
I don't know why this is my second time recording this. It's his third time. Who will you guys be voting for president? Is my question, and why?
I'm not telling you.
Trump. Moving on. Just kidding. I don't know. I mean, I do know, right?
I really don't even know either. I've been so disconnected this year.
Yeah.
I intentionally.
It's so weird. I think this question pops up, and sometimes I want to ask people,
Yeah.
especially this one, because this one is like fucking
This is
crazy.
a monumental one.
But I remember back in the day, my dad taught me, and I don't tell me from your perspective, your family. My dad taught me that it's rude to ask people who they're voting for. Is that still a thing?
I find it rude as well.
Why is that rude?
No offense to her, but
yeah,
it's
not
just,
to. We're just bringing, you know.
it's just because like that tears people apart constantly. It's like people.
Is it because
like,
it's such a big thing? It's like religion,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's like a religion. It's just like leave it alone. Like
It's like
people like take those things too seriously.
oh, because it's like morals
I mean,
and shit
it
like
actually
that,
is one of
right?
the most important things. But yeah.
Probably Hillary. Let's be real. They're not voting for Donald Trump. God damn. My daddy is probably voting for.
That's crazy.
He might disappoint me. We'll see. I might have to cut ties.
I might have to cut ties with them.
Hey, Darren and Will, it's your friendly neighborhood Marine. I just had a question about like overcoming challenges. What motivates you when you lose?
Oh, can I be dick?
Hey, Will and Darren, shout out one time.
How's he still
My name's
going?
Alex. I just had a question. How do you take an L and then use that to motivate you if you missed out on an awesome experience?
Oh, I like that one.
So how do you take an L and stay motivated?
This is the thing I think every time. Yeah. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, you get it. I live my life as an anime. I still do. But a part of Dragon Ball Z is the Saiyans is when they lose a battle, it makes them stronger. That's what I believe.
When you lose a battle, yeah, that makes sense.
It totally does. Like I did a shoot recently, like maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I really feel like I fucked it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, I mean, I did the best I could, and I don't think it was bad, but I did not wow the audience, not the audience, but like, you know, the thing I had to do like I wanted to.
Right.
And I was like, I felt, remember I said I was like, I didn't win this one or something like that.
Right.
But I feel like I always think about that Dragon Ball Z thing. It's like, but you know what? I've learned a lot, and I did.
So it's essentially you take what you learned.
Yeah.
And you know that you don't want to do the same thing you did last time.
Yeah.
So you'll do it better the next
Actually,
time.
I'll just talk about what it was. It was I had to shoot some stuff for Discovery.
Right.
It was so cold. It was so cold. And
Really?
they were like giving me lines and I didn't have them memorized. And because I was an in my brain person at the time, I was trying to memorize it. And I realized that in order to memorize things, you need to do it with a feeling. You need to feel it and take it in, and then you put it back out. You have to absorb it. I was trying to think it in, and that's what I learned on that shoot.
Wait, you're telling me that Discovery
Yeah, it was
they couldn't get you a teleprompter?
No, they did after a while.
Oh.
Yeah, but like shit, I'm sorry.
Sorry to who?
I fucked it up, and I just felt so bad about myself. And for like a couple days, I was like, I really like need to be better at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And but I also took it as a positive thing, and since then I have learned a lot.
Really? They like somebody, either you retweeted or somebody popped up on my Twitter of
Yeah.
you doing that take
Yeah.
of you on like the pier.
Yeah.
And that looked good. That was all one take and it sounded good.
Oh yeah, I mean I think I got it after a while, but
Oh,
like,
really?
yeah,
That
actually,
shit looked so good. It
I
looked
actually ended
so
up doing-
good. The background looked fake.
Yeah, I actually didn't end up using the prompter hella, but
Is that a bad thing to use prompter on?
I mean, no, to me, to most hosts are like, yes, please give me a prompter. But, you know, I'm like, I get. I don't. When I like, and when I'm doing a white wall, I will do the whole paragraph. Like I'm not gonna stop in the middle.
Oh yeah.
I don't like. I just hate it when I can't just do it as on my own. The shit they shot was good. It was
Do you
very
think that was
beautiful.
just an off day?
It was just because it was really cold. I had to wake up at like 5 a.m. I thought I had something else to do later that day. There was like too many things going on in my life, and like, but like I got through it. And I feel like if I had the opportunity to do it now, I would do it much better.
Yeah, I think that failure is very important.
Yeah.
Because you only learn from it. I mean, as long as you're like optimistic about it, and if you try your best and you failed, and you can still push yourself to go through it again, like you're only gonna do better.
Yeah.
You might fail again, but as long as you keep trying your best, that's the only motherfucking shit that matters.
Yeah. That's why it's the hard part. It's the hard part is like doing your best and then finding out you fucked up. That's what I did at the in the beginning of the podcast. I was like, I'm gonna sound like. I'm going to really push all of it out there. And that's what it takes the first couple times is you got to sound like you really are doing it. And then eventually you will get it.
Someone's gonna auto-tune that. It's gonna sound cool.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. This again popped another memory in my head. I was watching an interview today of Chance, and he was talking about he was doing an interview with Zayn, the same guy that interviewed Drake. So it was like a 50-minute interview.
He interviews a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. And he
Zayn
was
Lowe.
he was talking to Chance, and they were talking about the song. They were talking about all the songs, but specifically at this moment that I'm referencing, he was talking about the moment. The song with Kanye. I don't know if you've heard it yet. There's a song that opens the mixtape that it's Chance and Kanye. And apparently the way it went down is Chance flew to California because Kanye was like, hey, I want to help you in any way I can. So come down for 4 days. We'll figure it out. And I'm like, God damn, especially for like Chance, because that's his idol. Imagine your idol calling you and is like, hey, I want to help you. Regardless of anything, but I just want to help you. So he comes down
to me a couple times.
Comes down to it has. He comes down to California. He has a song. Him and his two other dudes who like make a lot of his music. They go to Kanye's house and they play Kanye the record. Well, at first he said that they kind of talk around, and what Kanye likes to do is he likes to be inspirational and give you a speech.
Yeah.
And apparently like he like paces back and forth throughout the room and
He's getting it.
He'll
Getting hot.
He'll get hot. He'll tell you what you need to do. He'll tell you from his experiences. And Chance says that he always learns something. But then they played the record, and Kanye's still standing. And he said he's doing his Kanye dance, which I don't really know what it looks like. He kind of like mimed it, but I'm not really sure. But I can only imagine in my head what it looks like.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, cool, let's go to the studio. So they go to the studio, and Kanye says, take off all the drums.
Oh, interesting.
And then he's like, okay. So what was left was the horn, the synths, and whatever percussion. Not percussion, but whatever other sounds they had. But they took off all the drums, and Kanye's like, cool, get the MPC. And then Chance said it was like they brought out like a gold. I don't think he was being literal, but he's like they brought out like a gold briefcase, and the MPC was in there.
What is an NPC?
That's the beat pad that I have.
Oh
So,
yeah.
So it's like this. So like in the same thing in Runaway.
The things that like people get on and like they hit it and it makes lights and it makes sounds. Like
Yeah. So he brought out a beat
Yeah.
pad essentially.
Yeah.
So they set it up. Kanye stands up, plays the record, and like he just he already had his drum kit, and he plays the shit live and records it. Does it one take throughout the entire song. Records the shit live. That's the drums they used.
No fucking way.
One take. Then he was like, all right, cool. Chance said 5 seconds after he recorded that, then he recorded vocals of him just freestyling. That's the hook. Isn't that fucking crazy?
When you're giving it your all, yeah.
He's just like, he's just feeling it. And
That's incredible.
I think that's so insane. The drum, like, cause dude, when I've made beats, and I'm sure I've worked with producers that make beats, programming drums takes a long time.
Yeah.
He did that shit in one take live.
That's crazy.
He did the hi-hats, everything at the same time. Like, that's usually broken down individually.
Yeah, if you're really feeling it, I feel like it has to do with him in the beginning, walking and getting his body warm and really opening himself up. I know this sounds like the bullshit I'm always talking about, but I think there's actually some worth in that.
Yeah.
And I feel it's like working out. It's like I've been like, what you have to do is you have to like wear yourself out, and once you do that, you get endorphins, and then you can do what you need to do. What he also has going on there is I was driving to work this morning, like, and I like I go a little bit crazy everywhere I go, and I pray to Lord if there's a God in the universe. What I want is the ability to believe that I am right, like that. Like people who have that confidence, who say, you know what, I'm gonna say whatever I want.
So believing in yourself?
Believing in yourself, no matter what.
Yeah.
If you yourself believed in yourself, no matter what, you could achieve anything.
Yeah, you really can.
You really can. And a lot of people just don't realize that. And because I'm human, I don't always believe in myself.
What is that? Because kids, they don't
Kids-
have those doubts.
No, they haven't been taught yet.
Where does the doubt come from?
Teenagery,
So that's like shitheads at school who pick on you?
yeah.
Oh,
Or anything, really.
Maybe it's also like seeing teenage, like let's say you want the new Ralph Lauren shirt,
Yeah.
but your family can't afford it. But
Yeah.
Bobby over there has it.
Yeah.
Like, is that putting doubt in your head too? Oh, I'm not as good as Bobby
Yeah.
because his family can afford the
I'm
shit.
sure it's different for every person, but yeah.
Damn, that's shit.
And for me, I'm sure, like, people like me, it's the ones you put on yourself. The ones you put on yourself from what you see.
What if you were homeschooled 100% and you didn't have any friends? Do you
Uh-huh.
think you would? And you grew up, and maybe by the
Then-
time you hit 22, you started being introduced to people. You
Then
would be
it's-
socially awkward.
And if you weren't socially awkward, self-doubt comes from all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And it's like, I think I'm trying to figure out how to erase it, but it might not be an erasing situation. It might be me adding something on that I don't know of yet. I've been working on
That will
mine.
complement it and flavor.
Yeah.
Like when you're cooking shit.
Uh-huh.
If it's too salty, you add the whatever the fuck.
What I hope it is I trained my mind for many years, and I feel like I've been training my body recently. Eventually, I hope I can get to a point where I can activate my soul. This is something I thought of in the parking lot at the mall. I feel like there's something else that I don't know.
Some people got it, man. Especially when it comes to music. John Bellion, fucking Kanye West. It's their fucking soul. They're putting their soul on the track. Like literally, this shit. No, it's not literally, but they are giving it their all, and it just like comes out of them. They're just feeling it. Like you can watch John Bellion fucking make music on YouTube. He has videos, and he's just feeling it. And it's so incredible.
John Bellion is an incredible artist.
Yeah, he is a musical genius.
I listened to his album, The Human Condition, and it's just like the images he gives out, incredible, and he is so uniquely himself. I've never heard like lyrics like that. I mean,
His tones tickle my ear.
Yeah.
Like
that's the ASMR.
they're kind of like angelic. It's weird.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard John Bellion, go check him out. He's on
Yeah.
Spotify, YouTube, whatever. He's fucking super
I think he's
talented.
really great.
He's it's pop music essentially, but he's really good. All right, let's do one more and then we'll do the email.
Okay.
And then we'll be done. All right, here it is. What name do you like more, Brandon, or do you like Adam or Jose?
Brandon, Adam, or Jose? Brandon. Actually, I saw one on my phone that said "From Never Text Back," so I feel like we should click that one.
From Never Text
If they
Back.
went extra to make a username that is coincided with ours, or it could just be
With
a
the
coincidence.
brand.
The Bram. Yeah, done.
Do you have it?
Look what I done in my life.
So, Will, when are you going to get Darren into anime?
Ha!
Peep the Naruto poster.
Oh, original one. I remember seeing that one when I was a kid too. Every time Darren has several times been like, maybe I should watch anime. Every time I've told you, I don't think you should.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think that's you.
It's I don't know, because I look at it like it's a cartoon, right? Which
Yeah.
some people say that it's not.
Yeah.
It's animated. To me, in my head, it's cartoons.
They're different
I like
kinds,
cartoons, but I don't know if these days, like, I love Hey Arnold. I love all those 90s cartoons, and I feel like I can watch it today and, like, kind of get into it. But these days, even though I love Rick and Morty, it's not something that, like, I want to go back to. Like, if it's on, I'll be like, oh, that was cool. But I'll never, like, I don't have interest in watching cartoons anymore, which I don't know why I lost that. But unless it's a 90s cartoon, I don't have space in my brain, in a sense. So I feel the same way
Yeah.
with anime. Like, who knows? I might like it. I hate reading subtitles, but who
Yeah.
knows?
I love animation. I always have.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's different kinds. There are anime that are like cartoons, like the cartoons we grew up with, like stupid shit. But then there are like anime that's like very like, it can hold the attention of adult.
Really? So
Yeah.
that's why I like Pixar films.
Yeah. Pixar films totally do that.
Yeah, or like,
And
animated
even more
Disney
so.
movies.
Like they're like, I bet if you watched Cowboy Bebop, you would like it.
Oh, really?
If you really open yourself
Is
up
that the
to
one
it.
Maureen is
Yeah.
always fucking going crazy about?
Maureen and I love Cowboy Bebop. It's hella Rob.
Cowboy
Yeah.
Bebop. What
Cowboy
the fuck does
Bebop.
that mean?
It's just cool shit.
Is that like robot sounds? Beep, bop, beep, bop.
Maybe. I mean, the Japanese language has a lot of like the sound that something makes. They name the word after that, so it could be
Is that a character's name?
something like
Cowboy Bebop?
No, it's just the name of the show. It could have something to do with that. Though.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I've always heard that. I'm like, what the fuck?
No. Samurai Champloo, either one of those.
Here, do you want to read this?
Yeah.
Want to read this email?
Okay. Oh. I'll get all my email.
We haven't done an actual email in a minute. We still do them. We just try not the Snapchat thing for a minute. So, sometimes things change. Sometimes we go back. Here we go.
Wait, am I reading the email?
Yeah.
Fuck, I hadn't even gotten it open yet. Oh, here we go. I got 2 here. Dear Darren and Will, my girlfriend and I of 3 years just broke up, and don't worry, I'm already over it. We did our time, we spent our money. We learned from each other, and it's done with. My main issue is the fact that I've been getting super horny lately. I don't know if the warmness that is summer, but I'm itching. I don't know if it's the warmness that is summer, but I'm itching for some kissing. How do you think I can meet women instead of on Tinder or whatever it is people are using these days? Much love.
He's itching for kissing. Did he say it was a guy, right? I'm assuming.
I guess so.
Did he say that we did our time and we spent our money?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? That's what I'm curious about.
That sounds illegal.
We did our time and spent our money. Did they like rob a bank?
I mean, that's
got
some
in trouble,
Bonnie
but
and Clyde
they did
shit.
spend the money.
How can you meet women's other than Tinder and
Grindr.
I mean,
I don't.
where did
know.
people used to meet each other?
Mutual friends. I've been saying this since day one.
You always say mutual friends.
Mutual friends. That's how you should meet people.
Yeah.
Because they're most likely, at the very least, if you're friends with somebody, you have common interests.
Yeah.
Obviously, because you like each other.
Yeah.
If they're going to be friends with somebody else, they're going to be into the similar shit. Maybe not the same shit, but similar shit.
Yeah.
That's how you meet people. That
is how you meet people. I want to go out a lot this summer because, we are very introverted. And I just I told myself back in December that I was like, in the summer, I want to spend more time outside.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it's that time, I want to go outside and talk to people.
Just strangers?
Whoever.
I want to go to a lot of barbecues.
Oh, no, I don't like. Actually, you know what? That is what I would like to go to.
Barbecues are great.
I just hate it when it's hot.
Yeah, but they have a pool.
I'm talking about inside activities.
I'm talking about a barbecue
I
that
don't
has
like
outside
pools.
and an
I
inside.
don't really want to get in a pool ever. I'm fine never being in a pool for the rest of my life.
You don't want to show your toes.
I mean, no, that's fine. It's just I don't I guess whoop.
But you can just chill on the shallow
The
side.
veranda.
No. The shallow side. That's where all the
That's what
people
we
are
call
at.
you.
You call me that?
The shallow side.
Damn, that cut deep.
I mean, well, it's true.
That's
if
the
you think
second
about
thing
it.
that you said this week that cut deep.
Really? Did I say? What are you talking about? The thing that wasn't to you that
Yeah,
cut deep?
yeah. I still think about that.
Yeah, but Roy out here like NASA.
Will said something that we won't say, but
Yeah.
he said something and
It's not mean.
and he just cut deep with it. I was
It's
like,
a true statement.
God damn, I feel like my guts just flew out.
Could that person say it's untrue?
No, the person can't say it's untrue.
And that's why they said it was true.
But just the way you said it with that
Yeah.
oomph, and it was just so concise.
That's what Kanye does. He'll do that, or I like people who always speak in full confidence.
Mm-hmm.
It's how can I access that all the time? Sometimes I don't believe in myself. Thanks everybody for watching this episode of Boy Man and Boy
do
Man.
an outro.
Hey everybody, this has been the Sheet and Text Back podcast. If you want to see more of us, go ahead and follow us on social media. For instance, my Instagram, which is William Haynes, and my Twitter, which is Mr. William Haynes, and Darren at
Darren Von Gertner on Instagram and Twitter.
And also,
YouTube.
if you want to share this episode with one of your friends, go ahead and do it because we want more listeners so we can do more things.
We are going to VidCon tomorrow.
I don't know, man.
We're
I
going
don't
to
ask myself
VidCon in a
questions.
couple of days. If you're at VidCon, let's hang
Yeah.
out. Let's have a good time. Maybe we can all have a rap battle. Maybe not. Don't ask.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
bring it
yeah,
up.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
But let's
feel
see
like
what
rapping.
happened. Let's see what's popping. Check out the shit. All right. Check out your mommy, but not in a sexual way. Just make sure she's doing okay and breathing.
I know
That's-
other people. Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, I'm done.
Deep advice. My sincerest advice. If I die this week somehow, I want everybody to I know this has been said before, but really know yourself. Dedicate your life to knowing yourself. Know that you will always change, and it's gonna always be something that you're doing.
All right. Goodbye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.